Growing up, my grandfather used to say that having the right tool for the job would make that job 2,000% easier. I'm not sure that we can qualify this as 2,000% easier, but certainly it's a huge improvement over pressure washers of the past. And there are a few key reasons for that. We spent a lot of time researching pressure washers and understanding what it was that made people's jobs difficult when they were using a pressure washer. One of the first things that we found out is that people had problems moving the units around. And this key invention right here is something that we did. It's patent pending, and it's called the stow and go handle. This allows you to walk freely with that pressure washer and never have to worry about banging your heels. You can walk at full stride and move it from place to place very easily. The other thing that we learned about the frame is that there wasn't good places to put the key elements like the hose and the wand. On this unit here, we have a built-in wand holder. And from a hose perspective, what we wanted to do is figure out a way to not have some bolt-on hook that hangs off the side, because many times what will happen then is you'll get the hose falling under the wheel. And what we want to do is have something that was very easy to drop something in place, coil it up loosely, and make sure it was going to stay there. And this allows you to do that. Just simple baffles on the frame that hold the hose in place. Another key element about this frame is that it protects the vital components of a pressure washer. Now, a pressure washer is made up of an engine and a pump and a frame. Well, the important thing that gets beat up in the back of a pickup truck is either your recoil gets dinged and beat up, or else your pump, maybe one of the fittings gets bent or beat into. So what we want to do is have a wide enough stance on the wheels and on the ends to make it so this unit is compact and it's all protected from the elements. Now, the last thing that we really want to focus on was lightweight and ease of use. So if you have to put this in the back of a trunk and transport it, you're not going to find a pressure washer lighter than this that's going to hold up. This here is a 3-gallon per minute, 2,750 PSI pressure washer. That's a great unit with a Honda engine on it. And that weighs less than 70 pounds. And it's very easy to put in the trunk of a car, and it's very compact. The other thing that we looked at was, we looked at the engine, and we knew that when we talked with people, everybody said that Honda engines are the way to go. And that's because they're reliable, they run forever, they're very simple, and they're the gold standard when it comes to engines on small units. The next thing we looked at was the pump. When we talked to consumers and we started to understand what were the problems that they were having, many times we'd hear that they bought a pressure washer from a box store, and within a year, the pump had blown out, and when they went to go back and replace it, they were going to be charged a couple $100 because you had to replace the whole pump. We're working with AR North America to make sure that we do everything we can to prevent a pump from going bad. We also do a lot of education and try to explain to people what they can do to break a pump so that they don't go down that path. So if you're in the market for a pressure washer, please consider Vortexx. It's built right here in Michigan, good old USA. And we're not only innovating on the product, but we're building a complete dealer base from coast to coast to service your needs, to sell you accessories, or just answer a question if you should have one. So you can find us online at www.vortexxpressurewashers.com, and that's with 2 X's, or you can find us at your local dealer.